Hi guys, welcome back to another episode of INTOMESEE. I have a very interesting young woman with me today. Her name is ADAORA MOMAH. Hi, ADAORA. She's
Hi.
also known as Addie. So I'll be addressing her as Addie today. Hi Addie.
Hi, how are you?
Very, very good. It's so good to have you here today.
Thank you. Nice to have you on this lovely couch.
I personally know that you have a very intriguing story.
Hey, how did you know?
I personally know that you have a very intriguing story and you're a very interesting person. So I'm so glad you have decided to come and share part of your story with us again, because we know that all the story cannot be shared, but at least the interesting parts will be shared with us. So I'd like to start with ADAORA MOMAH. Are you Nigerian?
I associate. Actually, no, like by birth, yeah, but I'm associated as British. Yeah,
You identify as?
I identify as British. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm half
Okay.
British, half Nigerian.
Hmm.
So I choose the British part to identify as. Not by birth, but just by identification.
Yeah. I get that. I get that. So the part of Nigeria that you are, what state, please?
Oh, so I'm a mixed tribe,
Okay.
aka mixed race. I'm Igbo and Edo.
Oh,
So
that's a very interesting mix.
I know. Apparently, my father had to fight to marry my mother. It was a
Oh.
real war. Like he beat up some people. Like
Are you
they're like, "You
serious?
Igbo man, why are you trying to marry from Edo State?" And he said, "That's my wife. That's my woman." Do you know it's not funny? So my brother is now getting married to an Edo woman, and dad is like, "Why you married Edo?"
Are you
I'm
serious?
like, "You fought for your wife. You fought for her. This karma.
Are
Next
you
time, keep your eyes where you should be." So yeah, I feel like it's karma, but it's lovely.
Well, that's really, really an interesting mix. That's an interesting mix.
Best of both worlds.
Okay, that's nice, Addie. So, I know you to be a lawyer, studied law in school,
I did, amongst many things.
but right now, please, I'd like you to just give snippets of what you do right now.
You know, every time I hear that question, I'm always like, where do I start from? But you know what? I've been able to put it in a box, right? Well, I mean, I think just for people to understand, I understand. So I do ontological coaching, and business consulting. So ontological coaching is basically, I wouldn't say it's not therapy per se, but it's like helping people get to the heart and the root of why they're not doing what they want to do and just kind of help them see clarity. So we believe that people are heroes in their own journey and you're meant to support them, not to make them reliant on you as their support system. And it's beautiful. Like you really get to see people why they don't make certain decisions and help them along that journey. Yeah. So that's kind of what I do then. I'm very good at solving problems. Like I see things that need to be done and I'm able to find or connect people. So that's why I decided to go more into like business consulting and coaching. So yeah, I support businesses, I support people. For me, I'm very, very big on mental health. So I like to help people build holistic businesses where they're not like compromising their mental health or their well-being in the middle of all of that. And besides that, I'm a superhero. I save everybody. That's what I do.
I hope you have someone that saves you.
Of course. Have you met Master Jesus?
Okay. Okay, so you're an ontological coach.
Yes,
I
I know
got
it's
that
quite
right.
smart.
I
Yeah,
got I
it's a
got that
mouthful,
right.
but
Yeah.
ontological
So
coach.
is it related to a particular is it streamlined to a particular aspect, or is it just about anything, just about anybody can just come and talk about their journey, and if they're having struggles or problems, and then you just help them through it? Or is it related to is it just career, or is it
Oh, I
just
see. No, I mean, ontology can be used for anything, any part of your life. It's not necessary. It can be marriage, it can be work, it can be career path. I mean,
So we can call you a therapist.
yeah, but it's not the same because psychology and ontology are under the same branch, but they're different. Yeah, but pretty much something similar. Yeah. But I don't prescribe drugs, so I deal with non-clinical issues. If it's clinical, then it has to be a psychologist.
Okay.
Yeah. But I'm also a mental health first aid respondent, which means I'm trained to recognize mental health issues or basically kind of triggers and just help people. So like suicide, things like that. So even at the workplace, so I did a training to also be, I'm a certified trainer at the workplace for mental health, but and also as a respondent generally. So as part of what I do, I also support people's mental health. I'm very intrigued about the mind. So I've done like different courses like NLP, you know, RBT. These are psychological courses, but because I'm very excited about the mind, I always like to know what's going on in there. I've taken up like more things to learn about it. Then obviously there's business, which just comes to me naturally.
Okay, that's so nice. So, what's one way you'd use to, what's one way you'd use to pinpoint if there's a mental health issue going on somewhere or with someone?
I think just by asking them certain questions, you know, no case is the same. Everyone has different triggers. I can't say that this is the one thing that you say, oh, this person, but if somebody is down for an extended period of time, they're not moving, they're not doing anything at all, that might be an indication that there's something going on there and they might want to talk about that. It might be leading to depression, you know. So it's to just have a conversation with them to see what's going on here. Why haven't you moved for like the last 20 days and you're not eating, you're not doing anything, or have you ever thought of killing yourself? Once a person's suicidal, you know that something is going on. So just asking them and talking to them about it.
Just basically asking questions.
Yeah, no, you can't do this. I don't need to write something.
Yeah.
It's until I see and then you talk, you know, then we can know, okay, this is what's going through your mind. Let's explore this further. Then I can offer support. And if they let me, because I can't force you to.
Okay. Okay, thank you for that explanation. So you spoke about your dad and your mom quite fondly. What was it like growing up?
And let's see. Growing up was actually fun. My parents always traveled, literally always traveled. Most of the times I would be at home with my siblings. My dad was always traveling a lot. My mom, she was always traveling too. So at home it would be me, my siblings, and maybe my uncle. You know, my uncle was there quite a bit. But there are times when my mom would be in Lagos as well. Because then she used to work in Benin or Abuja. And so my dad just traveled a lot because of his business. And so it was great, like growing up. But I mean, when I was like maybe in my teenagehood, my dad got like set up, you know, and he had to be in prison for a crime he didn't do. And he was there for like maybe almost 20 years.
What?
Yeah. So almost like 20 years. So that period, it was very interesting. For me, I didn't know how to react to that per se because I was still a child, you know.
How old are you?
Maybe like 13, the teenager basically. Yeah. But I mean, my mom became superhero. I don't even know till today, I don't know how she does it. Like she's a strong woman. Like honestly, she really is a strong woman. But it's very interesting the dynamics because you would expect that with that because a lot of people didn't actually know. To today, probably don't even know. So but I didn't become wayward, or I didn't become like, I'm gonna live up my life. You know, for me, because I was also the first, I realized that if I just became like on the streets, my siblings will have an excuse to do that. So I kind of just...
You mentioned a brother. How many siblings do you have?
I've got 3 siblings. I got 2 brothers and 1 sister.
Okay.
So I realized that if I wasn't responsible enough, then these guys will feel like it's okay for them to do what they want to do because obviously dad is not around, it's just mom. And I don't know, maybe I grew up faster than I should have. So I just kind of had to be responsible so that they will be responsible. Okay. And my mom, woman of God, Jesus or nothing, literally. But what's also very interesting, like my mom did it in such a way where my dad was still part of the picture. I don't know how she did it. It was very interesting. Like she still made it what it was. But I mean, God was very faithful. You know, we went to school, we survived. I would say that it was the easiest journey, but God was really kind. Like we even all went to school abroad. So I don't know how she did it. I need to sit down. And I think she has to come here and I'll do our interview. But God was really kind. That's what I would say. The journey was interesting. Are there sometimes I wished, oh yes, maybe it would be nice to have 2 parents together. Yes, I definitely did. But I also had to understand that God plans everybody's story is different. And now that my dad is back, I do have my parents back together. And it's lovely. Like, it's nice to see them banter. Sometimes I'm just like, just really enjoying my life. So I won't say that out loud. But I think it made me grow really quickly.
You know, I'm curious about something. Before I ask any question about all what you just said, I want to go back to, you said you were in Lagos while you were growing up, and sometimes your mom was working in Benin, right? And she had to travel a lot, the shuttle between Lagos and Benin.
Yeah.
I was just wondering, why were your parents raising a family in Lagos when your mom's work was not here? Why couldn't you guys have like settled in Benin and
I don't know, maybe they didn't want to disrupt our life. Like everything was just around us. School was here, home is here. So my mom eventually moved to Lagos, but that took a while. There's sometimes she would be in Lagos, but primarily she had to go to Benin. So I really don't know why they didn't do that. But
yeah, I was just wondering, like,
I think it would have been
wouldn't it
very
have made
disruptive, I guess, because like I said, our house, our school, everything was just around the same place. And then we also had my uncle living with us, which was also family. So I guess he felt like it was okay.
so
And
felt like
every
there was
weekend.
somebody on ground to take care of the kids.
Yeah, and every weekend, like she'll come back. It wasn't all the time, but it was quite a bit of time. Then she finally moved to Lagos, and yeah, she was around more.
Okay. I'd like to ask, how old are you now?
How old am I now? Take a wild guess. I just turned 30 in October, so I'm still a baby girl.
That's nice. And you were like 13 when your dad, when everything that happened with him happened.
Yeah, well, about
When
30.
when did you get him back?
2 years ago.
2 years ago.
Okay, now it's 2024, so 2.5 years ago.
So that's like about 15 years.
Yeah, thereabouts. Yeah.
Girl. So why did you feel you had the responsibility to be good so your siblings could emulate that? Where did that come from? Why did you have that thought, that mentality?
I don't know. I think I've always been like a mother figure-ish. I don't know. I don't know how to explain it, but like maybe also because like my parents will always travel, so like I always do stuff. And I still had my uncle to do things, but I've always been that caring mother hen. Like he came to me like naturally. Like when I was younger, after church, people would come to my house and I'd cook for everybody. I've always been that child. So like even as a teenager, I'm like, oh, I made this new recipe. Do you guys want to try it? And they come and I'll give it a fun name like plantain paella. And every Sunday after church, they're coming to my house. They're like, yes. So everybody calls me Chichi, so Chichi's going to cook. So I'll like, do that. And so it's always been that. My house was always the gathering point, I think also maybe I picked out from my mom because she's very homely and very like that as well. And my mom is actually a pastor, and for her it's like God, behaving right, those kind of virtues. And I think she did her best to pass this. It was up to us to decide whether I wanted to take it or not. But she did her best to imbibe those cultures in us. And I don't know, I guess God just crafted me the way he crafted me.
But at that age, you were not told daddy traveled or daddy just has an issue. Like you were told the real story, the full story. Like you knew that daddy was in trouble and he had to be taken away.
I mean, I didn't know until like maybe later when we had to like maybe do videos, because like you have to get videos from your family. So I kind of knew something was up, but I didn't really know the story. I just knew that, okay, something is not right and I'm not seeing my dad for now. I didn't get the full details maybe till like later. And obviously like being a lawyer, I could like now find out, okay, what's going on, but that took a while. So I didn't know what was going on.
When you said later.
So like as I started to like I ended up being a lawyer, so I went to school, I went to uni, so I could then ask questions, what's going on, the case and whatnot. Because even while I was still at school, still the same thing. Again, like I said, he just got back like 3 years ago or 2 years ago. Yeah. So lots of time had passed. Like I'm a full-grown adult.
Yeah, I'm just trying to imagine what your 13-year-old mind would have been. I don't know.
I don't know. I feel like after a while, I just understood that my life was different and that was okay.
Daddy can't be around for now.
Yeah. But he would always call, like I always talk to him,
Did you feel like you had to compensate? Did you feel like you had to do something to help your mom with your siblings? Did you feel like you just had to do something? Did you think maybe that thought came from there, that wanting to be responsible for your siblings? Do you think it came from there? Like what can I do? Like, even if you were a child, like, what can I do to help or to make things better?
Thinking about it now, probably, like, for example, like when I was at uni, the times I'm like, oh yeah, I'm working, I'll pay for my rent or something. If I could like half the load, of course I would. Or I'm like, oh yeah, I'll send my brother money or do this, you know. I think it definitely came from that, knowing that I can support, right? You know, and sometimes my mom like, just focus on school. I'm like, yeah, no, I want to work. So while I know that she could probably handle, I'm very compassionate generally as a person. I'm just like, yeah, but like, if I can support you, I can. Did you get? So I think, yeah, maybe I picked up some of that from just knowing that this person will need support. And if I could, I'll do my best to make the load lighter.
Do you think you dropped out at any point?
Dropped out?
No, drop that. Like, do you think the responsibility, like now that you have him back, do you think you are, like, you are now more focused on, okay, what's up with Addie's life instead of, oh, trying to make everybody all right?
I mean, first of all, I'm not a savior. That's Lord Jesus' work. I don't used to do it. I don't used to help. Like, do your thing. As much as I think, like growing up, because I've always had to be that sacrificial person, it's who I am. It's not even about my family. It's just my personality. Like I will always sacrifice for the people in my life, and it's just who I am, really. But as I grew older, I also had to learn that there's a balance in doing that, and not to have a savior's mentality, because you can also feel like you can always save everybody, but that's Holy Spirit's job, not yours. So I also had to learn that, okay, as much as I want to save people, saving starts from myself. I can't pour from an empty cup. If I'm not okay, who am I trying to make okay?
I like that.
Do you get, like, if I'm not mentally all right, who am I even trying to support mentally? Like, you really cannot do something past the point you haven't been through. So how do I understand your pain if I've not gone through that? So I had to learn that in taking care of everybody, I also have to recognize that some people don't even want your help. Why are you trying to force yourself on them? Some people don't want what you're giving them. So I'm still me, with or without, whether it's my family or not my family. If it's in my capacity to support, I would. If I can't, I say, I'm sorry, this is where I draw the line. I remember my mother telling my mother, I was like, Mom, it's too much. I can't do it. Like, you need to back up like a bit. And she was like, oh, I'm sorry, I did not know, I was just informing you. So like, my mom would tell me certain things and like, oh, we need to do this. She's not telling me, she's just informing me as by this, but me, I take it as she wants me to sort it out. And I'm just like, oh, you have 4 children, I'm one. You know, but when I told her, and you know, it's interesting because even like saying, talking about doing ontology coaching, I remember I did a coaching session, like even me as a person, I have my own coach. So as much as I coach other people, me too, I have my coach, because I need to be able to declutter my mind as well, because I cannot always help people. I need help too.
Exactly.
But I remember even going for a therapy session one time, and I had spoken about not being able to say no and always saying yes to stuff. And I remember my therapist then just said, like, if you don't do it, somebody will do it. And I'm like, actually, yeah. And it's true. It will get done. Why do you feel like you have to be the one to do it? So from that day, I decided that if it's in my capacity, I would, but if I couldn't, I wouldn't. So I remember having a conversation with my mom, and she actually apologized and said, oh, sorry, like, I was not even trying to, I was just informing you. And I was like, great. So next, you now ask me, are you able to? I said, yeah. To me. I said, yes, I can. No, I cannot. You handle this one by yourself. But yeah, I mean, like, and I think it's also important as well, because we're also going to have families, you know, so people already have families, and it's just very important to know how to preserve yourself in your relationship. If not, you lose yourself, and you'll be carrying on burdens that are not meant for you to be carried. It's difficult. People have a hard time saying no. Some people care about other people's opinion. That's too much baggage for you to carry. People's opinions are always changing. Why do you think that you should not place your whole life around that, or about people's feelings? Like, do you understand what I'm trying to say? So I think take care of yourself first, and you can take care of other people. And always be true and honest to yourself. I think most times we're not honest with ourselves. You try to say, I have this, when you actually don't have it. And if you can do that, you'll be a more wholesome person than trying to pretend to be somewhere because there's certain responsibilities on you.
Thank you for that. I'm definitely taking down these tips.
I'm very generous.
So did you choose law? Were you the one that chose law?
Did I choose law? Actually, I felt like I didn't have a choice. So let me explain why. I like law quite all right. I really do. I'm grateful that I did law. When I was younger, I wanted to do music. That's what I wanted to do. I'm a good musician. You know, I play the guitar, I sing, I write songs with you. In fact, I don't even write songs. They used to download it from Into the Spirit to just
Wow.
song. I'm ready to
They
go.
could just bring them.
I just, if I'm not hearing it in my spirit, my dream, I'm seeing it or I'm downloading
Wow.
it. So for me, like, I'm a natural musician, just that I not take it seriously like that. But like, as a hobby, I love music. Like, I probably use music for a lot of my projects that I'm going to be doing this year. That's what I wanted to do. I wanted to be a musician. But you now go to your African parents and say, yes, mom, yes, dad, for the rest of my life. It's music I want to do. What's music? Do it. And I was so young, and that's what I wanted to do. And I remember my parents saying, nobody's going to send you abroad to go and do musical. That's what you want to do. I'm thinking, okay, I'll go. I'll choose what they like or what is acceptable. And I'll finish and I'll come and I'll do my own. And I say, here's a certificate.
So did you choose what they liked, or did you choose what you thought would be acceptable?
I chose what I thought would be acceptable. I knew that, you know, law, medicine, engineering, you know how the list goes.
Yeah, but the reason why I'm interested in whether you're the one that chose law is because I'm thinking,
if it was hard to do my dad.
yeah.
Well, yeah, I mean, eventually that influenced it.
Yeah, I'm thinking from that angle of wanting to help too, because I don't know, there's just something about how you described everything that just seemed like you were that 13, 14, 15-year-old girl that just wanted to help.
I mean, you know what's actually interesting? Because eventually I wanted to go to Canada first, and law was not the first degree. So I was going to do economics just to Jackpa. But I ended up in the UK, so I went straight to law. Yeah, that was definitely a factor, but was not the main factor. I just knew that I couldn't do music. So I was like, I need to find my back route into this thing, into this thing. So I ended up doing music. And when I went to uni, I was like, I was not even 18, I was like 17 or 16 and a half. So I was really young, like I was the youngest person in my school. And I love law. Like, it's made me who I am today. Like, but the thing about me is that I've never been that person to just sit down and be like, oh, I'm a student. Like, if you ask me what my personality is like, I'll say I'm like Bezalel in the Bible, where I can do everything. Like, teach me this thing in 1 week, I'll become a master at it. So it's not a problem where I can't focus because I can't do anything. It's usually my challenge. But I loved law. Law is really exciting. I'm grateful for the skills and the knowledge and I'll say the skills that I picked up from being a lawyer. I never really saw it as my life goal. When I was in UK, it was nice. I was good to court, it was cool. I came back to Nigeria, entered the law. Hey, God. I said, this one is comedy. My lord, do you know how many years I've been at the bar? Sit down, shut up. I'm your senior at the bar. I said, whoa.
My God.
I said, this was something for the rest of my life. I said, just wait for me to get popcorn and sit down and watching this show because it's ridiculous. I remember the time I got to court and the same judge every time he adjourned that same case on the same day every month. I said, is it jazz? Or, oh, I want to go and eat, so let's just end the case. I'm like,
Wow.
Like, it was just so unruly for a rule of law.
Yeah.
Just was like, man, this cannot be my future. And like, I'm a creative, you see. So I couldn't just imagine myself every day, my lord, in my black and white.
So why come back? Why did you come back to Nigeria?
NYC, actually. The plan was to do NYC and go back. But when I came back, I was like, okay, maybe we can make Nigeria work. Maybe we can. I believe in Nigeria. I'm one of the pro-Nigerian advocates. So I really do. Like, that's why I've held myself not to jackpot because, if not, I've gone TT. I'm considering it now, but I'm still pro-Nigeria. But honestly, I really see the potential in Nigeria. Like, I genuinely believe in Nigeria. I know that everybody wants to run away, but I feel like at some point people are going to come back. There's no place like home. And if everybody runs away, who's going to build it? You know, so for me, I just want to contribute what I can to make people's life better. If it's like, you know, if it's like mental health, you know, or it's like creating media conversations, or if it's like businesses to help them grow, you know, find ways to take Nigeria out of debt. I really believe in Nigeria. Like, even if I move, I always come back. Yeah.
Yes. Even if let's move first. We'll bring innovation back. Take evangelism down there. Okay, so it's been really interesting getting to know your story. I don't know. I don't know how to imagine what it is like having your dad back. But
Well, I mean, it's a learning curve. Like, I would tell you that my dad literally came back quite whole, to my surprise. And I think that's only on God because, I mean, there's still times I'm just like, who's this guy? But generally, great human being, like really, really great. I'm really quite impressed to see, like, there's nothing that God, what's that thing they say? What God cannot do doesn't
does
exist.
not exist.
Like, I literally banter with him, we laugh, we gist, like, I'm his favorite. Like, we're always banting, even my parents were always laughing, cracking jokes. And it's beautiful to see that we can all do that. And like with every family has their ups and downs, right? But generally okay, you know. I think that what was very interesting for me growing up was I never had daddy issues. So you know how it is when you don't grow up like with a good relationship with your father, you become this person. I don't know. I feel like I never really felt like I didn't have that. I never really felt that way. I just always felt whole. I don't know. Maybe God. I always say that God played a physical role. Like literally, God became a father figure for me. But I just had many lovely people, uncles, not like family, but like just friends or family or like people who just played amazing roles in my life. And really great friends that I could always rely on that didn't feel, I never, that part was not missing for me.
So you had love.
Enough. In myself, I'm the giver of love. My jar. And you know what's very interesting was a typical person would meet me and think, oh, this one, sport in life, has everything. She's never suffered in her life. And so I'm like, no, because I'm always happy. But that joy is not like, it's not a joy you can buy. It's a joy that actually comes from God. I usually say that God actually gave me the gift of joy. It's amazing. Like, catch me always happy.
That's interesting.
No, I literally, God gave me the gift of joy to sustain my life. So I always believe that the devil tries things, but God is always like trying to avert things. So joy is one gift that I know that I received as a child. So it didn't matter my situation. I stayed happy. And what people need to understand is that you actually have to wake up every morning to choose joy. Even though I have it as a gift, I choose it every morning because if I wake up happy, by the time I go down the street, one keke guy can hit my car, or one police officer can come and ask me for a document I don't have, which I try to have. Or he can just, you get my point? Like, one person might just hear the wrong thing and transfer aggression to you, right? But you have to decide to stay happy because you can't allow those external factors determine how you feel inside.
Tell me.
No, but think about it. Like, this is where I see it, right? People have opinions, people have feelings. They don't even know that they're feeling that way. This person has made you mad. 5 minutes later, he's just not going to remember that you exist. You are the one carrying your burden. Offense is taken, it's not given. You are the one that took it.
Oh, offense is taken.
Yeah,
it's not
given. You took the offense. So if you took it and carried it to the whole day, that person has moved on in their life. You are still carrying it. Who is suffering? You. So
and then you carry it on and dump it on another person. The cycle continues.
So you have transferred aggression. You have Don't sorry to sound so spiritual because I'm that kind of woman, but you are passing the spirit of anger. You're moving. You know, there's one time this guy came to my house to deliver something and he was just so angry and infuriating. I mean, I'm a very calm person. So like, he just passed that to me. And I just became and that's not me. I now went out to somewhere and I think I went to a supermarket and the security man was not there to park me and everything. And he was now saying, why did you park that? I was like, I now found myself about to really get angry with him. And now I was like, what's going on? This is not, like, I had to be conscious of the fact that this is not my MO. I was like, God, I rebuke every spirit of anger. I said to the guy, I'm really sorry. Sorry. What do you want me to do? And that was it for the end of, like, that was the end. It did not happen again. I collected something that was not mine. Like, why? So I think that if you're conscious of who you are, when things are not yours that they're being passed to you, you're able to catch it. But if you don't know, you're going to carry on that way and be thinking, like, how did I get mad? You carried many people's madness with you. So I think another thing that really helps me is also understanding what forgiveness is. I don't think people really understand this thing. For example, like, let's say you and I are having an argument and you hurt me, right? Now, me not forgiving you is me doing myself. What do I mean? Now, you've hurt me, but every time I see you, I get angry again. You have moved on. who is losing out? That means also unconsciously I'm giving you power over my emotion. Every time I see you,
You have some sort of control over me.
right? So, but it's not better if I forgive you, because if I do, you don't have power over my emotion anymore. In fact, you're even going to feel bad that I'm cool, but you know that you hurt me. It's like when a wife cooks her husband's favorite food, and he's like, are you sure there's no poison here? Why? Because she was too kind, despite his evil in that sense. So people think that when people do you bad, treat them with evil. No, it's kindness. It's the opposite. There's wisdom in Christ. Forgive them and be kind to them. They will not be able to function. I promise you.
Yeah, say when you finally open your ministry.
No, but honestly, I thought about it because I realized that you're doing it all wrong. Like, I remember one time, like, someone really hurt me, and I said, "Oh, I forgive you." And when somebody hurts you, you have to forgive him. This person was almost went crazy. I was like, "But I truly forgive you." They did not accept it. They were trying to please me. And I'm like, I'm good. I cannot understand. And I was wondering, why can't you understand? Because it does not make sense to the average person to understand that you forgive isn't you're not upset with them. I'm not. And so it's like, you see, so the person was that saying, are you sure you're okay? Are you fine? I'm like, but I'm good. So sometimes it's just understanding things.
Some people will say that, oh, she's just a soft girl, Jerry. That's why she's saying all these things. What has she seen in life apart from what has happened?
You know that being soft is a strength and not a weakness. It's people that make it seem like it's a weakness. The fact that I'm soft and I'm forgiving, it's easy to forgive. It's easy to lay aside your squabbles and say, don't worry, I choose to forgive you. You know the pain and the sacrifice to do that. That is strength. That is not weakness. In fact, it's weakness to fight people because that's the easy way out. I'd rather fight you than understand what you're saying. That's actually weakness. Strength is when you're actually able to look at things and be like, I'm going to talk about this and I'm going to move past it. So if people have opinion, like I said, if you listen to people's opinion, you're on your own. Today they're your friend, tomorrow they're your enemy, next tomorrow. Then they don't even know their own opinion. You now want to believe them. Wasting your time. Focus on your truth. Like, know who you are, be content, and know that, okay, if you've done wrong, apologize. Like, don't say you hurt me, apologize, but don't base your reaction based on what people think or don't say. The opinions are fleeting. It will always change based on how they like you. If I say let's go and eat tomorrow, we're friends. Next tomorrow, we're enemies.
Yeah, I really like the way, like you said, I mean, you have already said it, you believe God gave you the gift of joy, because I really like the way you make pain seem like it's just a part of the story. Like you don't give it that much power because
you can't do.
Because someone else can have your kind of story and would bring something else out of it.
Yeah,
it would make out of their lives something else, you know. They will go another route than the route you have embarked on. Because I mean, when I hear you speak, honestly, when I hear as you're speaking to me, I would say relaxed. Like I just want to hear you talk. I just want to hear you speak. And you know, that's yeah, you mentioned you're an hero, so yeah, so I really like the way you have channeled pain into it's just a part of the story, you know.
But think about it, Toyin. It's a part of the story. Like, I think sometimes because whatever for people, what doesn't feel good is bad and what feels good is good. But that's not the case. Without the crushing and depressing, there's no new wine. Like, you literally have to go through. Sometimes people think that the pain is bad. So again, I'm going to quote scripture because I mean, it was big. But I heard something one time and they were saying why did God not want Adam and Eve to eat from the fruit of good and evil? Because God didn't want man to feel like bad was based on feelings and good was based on feelings. Because not everything good is good and not everything bad is bad. But to the human being, if it makes me feel good, it must be good. But if it makes me feel bad, it's not good. But pain is sometimes good, right? It's not every pain that is a bad pain.
I believe that also.
Yeah, it's not every
I believe it brings growth.
Pain brings you growth.
Yes.
Without pain, you will not. It's like light and darkness. Without darkness, you won't be able to appreciate light because you will not know what darkness, you will not know what light is. Without pain, you won't be able to just appreciate goodness or joy because you don't know what is on the other side. It's when you've been through darkness that you can enjoy light because you don't know what that feels like. So until you've actually seen pain, and we call it pain because it's uncomfortable to us, but it's not necessarily pain. For example, somebody wants me to take up a role as a CEO of a company, and I've not gone through the process, and I have to leave a role that's uncomfortable for me. It becomes painful because I'm now moving to a higher position and I have to get rid of childish behavior. So is it really pain if I'm not getting promoted? It's all perspective. It's how you see it. That's my point. Pain is good. I'm not saying that it's pleasurable. It's not. But when life throws you pain, you decide how you want to come out of that. That choice is on your table. You can say, I'm going to now decide to be an armed robber and steal and kill, steal and destroy and behave like your father, the devil. No worries. Or you can say, do you know what? I've been through this pain. I don't want anybody to do this again. And you know what's interesting? Whatever you overcome, you have authority over, both physically and spiritually. Like whatever pain you overcome, you have authority over. If I overcome fear, I can help people get out of fear. If I've overcome,
Can't be in that place again.
you can't, because you've gained authority over that space. So we need to understand that until you gain authority over a space, you don't have power over it. Why did the devil still tempt Jesus? Is Jesus not God? He had to, because let him know that I am the one in charge, not you. And when he did that, we all had right to gain authority over this, over everything else. So until you go through your trials and tribulations, you don't have authority over where you're staying.
Wow. All this, I'm taking all this because personally, I would need them. Right now, I'm feeling bad and pained that I have to let you go soon. But before I let you go, I'd really like you to talk about one pain that you've been through. One.
You have asked me one before now. So you want the second pain?
I know that was pain. But I just mean like that happened to the family.
Okay, so
You
for me
inclusive, for
personally,
you personally.
I'm trying to pull out the pain archival, but the angels of God have sealed the record.
Oh my God.
They have cleaned it. They said all things are past,
my
it's not
God.
there. Let's see. Pain. Okay. I mean, I'm trying to make this interesting because obviously don't talk about work all the time. And I know that you want to go to man section, so I'm gonna go there. Let's see, pain. I think for me, definitely I've had pain in relationships, like when I mean relationship, not just friendship or romantic relationship. Don't say Nigerian men because not all of them, but some people have their own. But yeah, I've definitely been through relationship pain. Definitely been through relationship pain. I mean, like,
What was one and what made it pain for you?
one was an ex. I really loved him and I really thought I would spend our lives together and really get married. We're working on that part, we're almost there. What was painful for me was I realized that although he was a good person, he had a lot of things that he hasn't even dealt with. And I really wanted to spend time, like my life with him, but it just feels like at that point, I just felt like this person was a complete stranger. And I just felt like this person didn't choose me. I mean, we don't have time for me to go deep into it, but it was more like, it was a relationship where I trusted this person, but they took advantage of me. Yeah. And so it was very painful because this person is actually a great person, you know? And
was it physically or mentally took advantage of you?
Both. And but I mean, again, if I see this person tomorrow, I'll probably hug them and say, "You good? You all right?" And again, they're not a bad person, just the situation. And I think I healed okay in that period. I mean, I always rely on God when it comes to pain. I feel like you can talk about all the pain you want to talk about in this world, though, but that healing is internal. You can talk about it to everybody. But honestly, I see that pain comes from the emotional and spiritual release, not the physicality of it. And it takes time. You have your friends, your family, your people, and whatnot to make it better. But I think for me, that experience just made me realize that God is always looking out for you. If I married this person, honestly, I would probably have been miserable. I wouldn't have been happy because I had an illusion of how amazing this person was, but in the reality, not like this person wasn't good. he was, but there were just things in him that,
It's not the way you were seeing it in your head.
yeah, right. It would have been okay, but I would have been miserable. And so I'm just glad that God took me out of that and I could see it ahead before I entered it. Again, you see how pain works.
Yeah.
To me, it might have felt painful, but God did me a favor. The biggest favor of my life, because who knows if that would have wrecked me. So pain is everywhere. It doesn't, like, you are constantly facing pain. For you to leave a position to a better position is pain, because you have to leave a place of discomfort to enter a place of growth. Without discomfort, there's no growth. For you to say, okay, because this relationship didn't work out, I'm not going to be mean and take all that anger and pain to the next person. Because that's what people do. We take all the pain and we say, well, because this guy was like this, every other person is saying, but they're not. They did what they could based on the knowledge that they had at that time. I'm sure this person is a better person today. I'm sure that they've learned. I'm sure that even at the core of their intention, it wasn't to hurt me, but it just happened that way, right? And I'm sure that they've also grown. And somebody's with that person happy, and he's a good partner to that person. Do you get? So you can't always just judge people at that point of their life. They give you what they can based on what they know in that season. And you that know better, go and be someone that will treat you better. You get? So, but don't carry all that and give to the next person, because what happens is that it changes you. If you allow pain, it will change you. But pain is not meant to change you. Pain is meant to make you grow. But keep your essence, keep your beauty, keep who you are, but grow. Don't let it break you and turn you to a monster. Remember, offense is taken, is not given. You are the one that decides how you want to react. So every time, choose your reaction. It's like a chessboard. You know how you want to move back and how you want to move forward.
Thank you so much, Addie. Also, the honest truth is what Addie has taught us today is about perspective. Honestly, perspective, because that's what I've gotten from it. Like whatever result you get from anything that happens to you is solely based on your perspective, how you see it. Addie has a wonderful relationship with our dad right now because of perspective. Addie believes everything happened for good. I mean, he came back whole, he came back okay. God definitely had a hand in it, you know. God gave her, she believes God gave her the gift of joy, perspective, you know. It's just perspective. And then talking about pain in relationship, perspective. I hope this helps someone out there, and I hope that when you look at yourself, you ask yourself, what perspective do I have towards this thing that's happening in my life? And I really hope Addie's story has helped you in one way or the other. Thank you so much, Addie.
Thank you. You're welcome. And to you guys out there, pain is just a tool. Use it for yourself. Don't let it control you. Like a tool is like, you can use it for something, multiple things, right? So yeah, pain is a tool. Like, it's not meant to break you. It's meant to, like, you are the author of your own story, and that's a tool to make your story more beautiful. Imagine if your story did not have the sad part and the funny part. It would just be a flat story, so boring. Who wants to watch that story? It will not be even necessarily child of Judah.
I am yet to see that.
But just think about your favorite movie and just how it was just so boring. Yourself will be bored too. Everybody are looking. Do you know people are finding other people for excitement? I'm looking for stories. But yeah, thank you guys for having us. I hope the story blesses you and enjoy.